How's it going, super scholars? I'm going to go through some problems here. The MCA, these are some MCA release questions. And so I'm going to take you through this and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to share this whiteboard here with you. Let's go here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so we're going to take care of this one. This is dealing with absolute value. And we say absolute value is the distance from zero. So we're going to deal with this problem first. We're talking about what's on the inside of the absolute value is going to always be positive once we finish with that. So we're going to tackle that and we'll see how things turn out here. Okay, so let's go here. So we have -3. And then we have the absolute value of -2. I'm going to put in because we said x is equal to 4, or x is equal to -4. So I'm going to put -4 in the place of that. So when you plug in the number, put it in parentheses. And we're going to do minus, and then it says y, and y is 5. So I'm going to plug 5 in the place of y. Plugging these numbers in parentheses. That doesn't mean we're doing multiplication just because it goes in parentheses. We're separating it from that minus sign. Okay. If there's nothing in between it, that's when we're going to multiply. I know a lot of people confuse that. All right. So let's go. So we're going to deal with what's inside the absolute value symbol. Let's go. So I'm going to rewrite -3. Then we have the absolute value. I'm going to deal with this part. We'll do it like this. I'm going to deal with this part right here. That's going to give us -2 times -4. It's going to give us +8. So we have 8. Then we bring down this minus sign. Then we're going to bring down this 5. I'm taking it out of parentheses now because we don't really need it to be in parentheses right now. So we have -3. And then we're going to deal with 8 minus 5. It's still inside the absolute value symbols, and 8 minus 5 is 3. Right? So now we have to take the absolute value of 3. And the absolute value of 3, meaning how far is that from 0, is 3 units or 3 spaces from 0. So the absolute value of 3 is 3. There's nothing in between the 3 and the absolute value symbol, so that means multiplication. So we're going to do -3 times 3. We'll use a raised dot for multiplication there. And so we have -3 times 3 is -9. Therefore, our answer is B, -9. All right, hopefully it worked for you. I'm going to do one more. I'm not going to do too many on this one video, but we'll do 2 problems on this video. This next one, another MCA release question. And this one says M equals 4 times P plus 3. There's nothing in between the P and the 4. That's why I said times there. So 4 times P plus 3. So when P is increased by 2, how much does M increase? So let's check it out. Well, first of all, we don't know what P is. It says P is increased by 2, but what was it before? We don't know, right? So what I'm going to do is choose some values. I'm going to choose these values. P equals 0, because these are going to be easy to plug in. You can choose whatever you want. I'm choosing these. And so if it increased by 2, if it was 0, then the next time it's going to go to 2, because 0 plus 2 is 2. And then if that increased by 2, 2 plus 2 would be 4. Okay, so those are the 3 values. I could choose more, but I wanted to choose at least 3 to see some type of pattern happening. Okay, so P equals 0. I'm going to plug that in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So M equals 4 times, and I said P is 0. I'm plugging that in and putting it in parentheses since I'm plugging it in or substituting. So plus 3. So now we have M, because we're going to see what's happening to M as P is increasing by 2. M equals 4 times 0, which is 0, plus 3. So that means M is equal to whatever 0 plus 3 is, which is 3. So when we plug P in for 0, or 0 in, we came out with 3. So now we're going to plug in this 2 here. So now M equals 4 times 2 plus 3. Some kind of parentheses, that is, huh? We're going to do better. All right. It's a little bit better. All right, let's go. I don't want to take your time up, though, too much. All right. So forth. And we'll do times 3 or plus 3. So now we have M equals 4 times 2, which is 8. We did times because there's none in between, right? And we have plus 3. That looks like an X. Undo. So plus 3. And 8 plus 3 is going to give us 11. So we have M equals 11. And we'll do this last one that I chose. I chose 4 for P. So I'm going to plug 4 in here. Plug 4 in right there. So we're going to have M equals 4 times 4. And then we'll add 3 to that. All right, so now we're going to have M equals 16 plus 3. And 16 plus 3 is 19. So now we're going to look at the pattern and find out what's happening here. As M increased by 2, what happened to, well, as P increased by 2, what happened to M? We had 3, and then 3 went to 11, then 11 went to 19. So from 3 to 11 gave us 8. From 11 to 19 went up 8 as well. So as P increased by 2, M increased by 8. All right. Hopefully that made some sense to you. There'll be more videos coming forth on some of these MCA practice or release questions. So, hey, digest that and do well. You're going to do well. You're going to do well. All right. I'm going to end this recording.